So what I'd like to do is give you some information to do with sports nutrition today. And you're probably wondering, well, why am I talking about that? Because as part of the advisory board, I actually train on skincare and cosmetics, and I can't wait till the new Sonia comes in. And what I would like to say, it's very humbling, because when I did go to that training in Hawaii, there were 30 of us in the room, and who was sitting at the back also taking notes? There was Rex, there was Ruth, his wife, Sonia, his daughter, and also Navaz, all sitting in the back of the room taking notes. They're in the training, so there you go. And it was absolutely fantastic, so I really can't wait for that to hit the UK. I'm going to have some exciting times with that. It's the most amazing range, completely reformulated. But I'm not here to talk about that today, talking about sports nutrition, because I have been working very closely with head office on sports nutrition. That's probably because I've also got a great interest in that. I've been working with some professionals. So, what I want to first of all look at is what's in it for you. What could you get out of this part of the business sector with Forever? We've seen at the business presentations on the slides there and today as well that the sports nutrition sector here in the UK is it's about £90 million turnover. But if we're having a look at it more globally into Europe, you can see that sports nutrition expected to see a 12% constant value and to reach 414 million. By 2016. What's also interesting is that the NHS were reporting that almost a quarter of adults that participate in sports on a regular basis, but they're actually not taking a lot of sports nutrition. So less than 10% of them are actually using sports nutritional products. So there is a fantastic area for growth. So what I'm going to do is, because this is something that I've been working on very closely with head office and also Dr. Peter Atherton, we have been looking at how to help you guys to move this part of the business forward. And what I'd like to do is break it down into areas to make it easier for you. So to look at the products, how we can recommend them in different areas. For example, first of all, which would we recommend for stamina and endurance, people looking for muscle power and bulk, maintaining ultimate fitness, also joint health, and finally, recovery. So let's have a look at the products step by step. First of all, what do we have with our Forever RG? If you're looking for an extra push in the gym or either on the sports field, L-arginine is an amino acid that has been known as the miracle molecule. And it might just be what you're looking for, as it's one of the 20 most common natural amino acids that we find, and it's used to support many exercise regimes. Bodybuilders have used it in their sports arena for many years, as it helps by assisting creatine to reach muscles more readily. Now, we've got a bit of a complex slide here, but basically what happens is, L-arginine is an amino acid. It will release something called nitric oxide. And this is a very important substance which is produced by the body that, amongst other roles, will help to regulate the blood flow. And this is done by relaxing the blood vessels, and it will also help to fight harmful bacteria and also improve the efficiency that your food and nutrients will get to your muscles tissue, which is why it will help athletes to perform better. The amino acid is also a precursor in the body for collagen and also connective tissue. Now, what we do is we combine it. It's a fantastic product that we have because we're combining it with fruits, which are known for their antioxidant properties, such as pomegranates. We also add red wine. It would be nice if we added champagne or a little bit of rosé wine in there. Grape skin extract as well, for enabling a synergistic effect for long-term energy, power and endurance. So that's why we put those together. Just to summarize then, why would you actually take the RG? It's going to help with your blood pressure, overall cardiovascular health. It helps with bones and tissue growth and repair as well. Toxins, removal of toxins in the body. Works on the immune system to help with the defenses, which will obviously help athletes to train harder and longer. It also helps to regulate salt levels in the body, as this supports a healthy kidney function. It'll enhance fat metabolism, quick recovery after exercise, maintains glucose control, and can be taken before, during, or after sport. So you can understand why it's an essential product that we can recommend to athletes. Now, when I'm talking about athletes, it doesn't always have to be professional athletes. It can be absolutely everybody who loves to do sport. Aloe gel. One of the things I would always say, whatever I'm talking to anybody about, I would always recommend they drink aloe vera as a base, because it's going to help in lots and lots of different ways. It's going to help with healthy digestion, absorption. If you think about it, I always say we think about cleansing the outside of our body on a daily basis, but what about the inside of our body on a daily basis? Who puts that funny gunge down their sink drain pipe periodically because it gets all messed up? Yeah? Now, can you imagine what the inside of your body's like? Yeah, if you're not giving it a clean all the time. Think about how old you are. And if you haven't been cleaning the inside of your body, what your drain pipes will be looking for like right now. Not a nice thought. But also, do remember that a lot of people that play sport and professional athletes also suffer with health challenges, digestive conditions like IBS. 2 in 5 people in the UK suffer with IBS, which is going to cause them not to perform so well. It helps with the effect on gut flora, so you can perform better. Helps with weight and energy levels as well. The immune system is nothing worse than preparing for a very important game, a match, or a tournament, and then you're suddenly struck down by the dreaded lurgy. Helps with the healing process. A great source of vitamins and minerals with 75 important nutrients. Also helps to support the locomotion and protection of the body. And very importantly, tenderness and swelling. It's dealing with, it's a natural anti-inflammatory, so it's going to help with those conditions within the body too. The next product is bee pollen. Why would you recommend sports people and athletes to take this? First of all, it's a multivitamin and mineral supplement. This is almost the perfect supplement known in ancient times as the ambrosia, or food of the gods. Stamina and energy. Forever has a unique milling process which will enable the body to easily absorb all the nutrients that it receives, which obviously in turn will help with stamina, energy and endurance. Digestion. It holds those amino acids and all those cocktail of nutrients that we have in there. A great source of zinc and vitamin B6. And lecithin. That's going to help to flush unwanted fats from the body. What about athletes who have sneezing and runny eyes? Anyone who suffers from hay fever right now needs to start taking it. Once again, it can affect the athlete who will not, and if you're normally taking antihistamines, which will make you feel drowsy, and once again, it might affect your performance on the sports field. Then we have our Forever Active Boost, which is our energy drink. If you're looking for a more natural energy drink, for a quick and a refreshing way to stay energized and alert all day long, this is the one for you. Renowned in Mexico for both immediate and long-term energy, we have the natural ingredient called guarana, which is a superior form of caffeine. And what it's going to do, it's going to release energy in a different way from the coffee bean. Because we all know if you take coffee, it will give you a high, and then it will give you a massive low. And so many energy drinks on the market contain synthetic caffeine, which is even worse for you. Guarana is also high in antioxidants. It's also a trigger to help the body to burn fat, suppress the appetite, and also to strengthen mental and physical energy. Very importantly, we have our technology with all those herbal extracts, which are known to be adaptogenic herbs, and were used by Russian athletes, which was going to help to improve stamina, energy, and also the weatherings of stress, which we tend to get. Adaptogenic, it simply means supplements that will tailor themselves to the needs that your body requires at a certain time. And then we've also added all those B vitamins as well, which will help with fats, carbs, and proteins. This drink wouldn't be complete without the addition of our wonderful aloe vera for overall health and well-being. The next product is our Nutra Q10. Now, this is an excellent source of an essential fat-soluble nutrient, coenzyme Q10. And coenzyme Q10 is present in every single cell of the body and is especially important for energy production. So organs with the highest energy requirement will obviously have a lot of coenzyme Q10, and that's your heart, your liver, and also your kidneys. It acts as an antioxidant, which will help to neutralize dangerous free radicals. But what is important is that ATP, because it's a source of energy. Now, this is going to carry about 12 calories of energy, and you've got to think about the ATP energy as though it's a rechargeable battery in your body. This energy will then fuel many cellular processes, such as the muscle contraction, which is obviously, once again, important in the sports arena. So the next area, we would use our base product of drinking aloe vera, the Argy, we've already mentioned those, and then we're going to incorporate our Forever Light Ultra and our Lean. So that's a nice picture up there, isn't it? Just pause on that one for a little moment. Right, okay, so first of all, let's talk about the aminotine. We've got two fantastic flavours. We've got the vanilla and the chocolate, containing 100% of the recommended RDA of your vitamins and your minerals. You can mix it with milk. You can also mix it with different fruit drinks. You can use different milks. Don't even have to be like soya based. You can use things like hazelnut milk and almond milk, whatever you require, and coconut as well, Adam, because I know you like that. Right, it's a high protein, low carb shake, which will give you everything that you are looking for your ideal weight. But we've also added this very special thing called aminotine, and this is a unique blend of enzymes which are specially designed to break down protein to ensure proper digestion and optimal absorption of amino acids. Now, amino acids may enhance the sports performance in a variety of ways, including giving you more fuel for exercise, preventing adverse effects of overtraining, and also preventing mental fatigue. Plus, very importantly, your body can now absorb more protein without feeling very bloated, because a lot of people, once again, who want to have bulk, they have to try and get a lot of these protein shakes into them, and they feel very, very uncomfortable. So this is making it more readily available for your body. We also have soy protein in there, and emerging science has revealed that soy protein alone can provide some unique advantages over the combination of whey and soy. And obviously this is really important for any of our clients who are lactose intolerant as well. The Forever Lean. Now, we've heard about the Forever Lean in our weight management side of things, but why would somebody who's doing sport want to take this? This is down to two key ingredients. The first one is white kidney bean, and it's an extract that we use, and white kidney comes from South America, Europe, and also the West Indies. And it's known to be a natural carbohydrate blocker. Now, how this works, I'm trying to keep it very simple, it works on an enzyme called the alpha amylase. Now, this enzyme is normally responsible for breaking down the starches into a form that can be absorbed into your intestine. But by blocking this effect of the alpha amylase, the white kidney bean will then stop so many starches being stored in your body. In addition, we've also added something called prickly pear that is going to work on excess fats in your body. And studies have shown that this is fantastic to help against free radicals, because it helps your immune system. Athletes have turned to prickly pear, not just because of the nutritional benefits, but also it's helped to reduce post-exercise muscle soreness, speed recovery of muscles, and also to reduce the chances of developing delayed onset muscle soreness, something after you've actually exercised. On top of that, the synergy of both of these things together will enable you to enjoy life and also to stick to your weight management program. Ultimate Fitness, we would suggest a couple of products there just to recommend your clients to take on a daily basis. Now, obviously, we've already spoken about those. So, joint health. We have our Freedom, our HA, and our Arctic Sea. So first of all, our wonderful Freedom. We've taken the gel and all the health-giving benefits and added some important natural sulfurs, glucosamine and chondroitin. Now, obviously, athletes strive to perform at their best. And with all the training and the performing involved, they also place a lot of stress on their body and especially on their joints. Previous injuries and also repetitive motions, for example, playing tennis or squatting in weightlifting competitions, can cause cartilage to wear away. When the cartilage breaks down and the synovial fluid that cushions the joint diminishes, osteoarthritis can come around. And it's important to protect your body whether you're an athlete or not. Sports-related injuries, genetics, and age also play vital roles in developing osteoarthritis. And we probably take our mobility for granted, but athletes are usually very aware of their body and depend on it. Athletes are always at risk of also developing new injuries, as well as the fear of experiencing pain from old injuries. And arthritis just doesn't happen overnight. You may not feel the effects for years to come. So this is something you can start taking while you're doing your sport to prevent that from happening. Then the next supplement we would recommend is our Forever Arctic Sea. Athletes routinely subject their bodies once again to stress through training and competition, and the stress can be physical, damage to muscle fibers and joints, and even mental exhaustion and emotional burnout. Now, all kinds of stress can take its nasty toll on an active individual. So it doesn't matter what your sports level is. If it's just doing a quick run up the stairs from time to time, or if you're into competitive sports, eating a balanced diet, which also incorporate healthy fats, which come from fish oils, improve your overall performance. Whether due to injury or just hard work, athletes are subjected to inflammation of the joints as well, and also the muscles and tissue. And what we have in the EPA and the DHA are known as natural anti-inflammatories. Very interesting to know that fish oil can turn on fat-burning genes and turn off fat-storing genes. So unless you compete in something like powerlifting, as anybody in the room that does that kind of thing, most people will perform better with less body fat. Excess body fat can slow you down and hinder your ability to gain muscle mass. So taking fish oil can help aid weight loss through various mechanisms, and also help to promote, to build muscle mass too in the body. Hyaluronic acid, HA, has been studied for many years now. And it's critical for both the skin and also joint health. And it's naturally occurring in the body. And the highest concentration will be found in the connective tissue and around the joint matrix. It's also present in smaller amounts in the cartilage and the synovial joint fluid, and also in skin tissue. Joint health is obviously vital, once again, for training athletes, and HA may be important in supporting the joint function. What we've also added alongside that is, first of all, we have ginger oil and turmeric alongside that. Now, very importantly, turmeric in particular contains antioxidants that can help to protect the body, but also ginger oil has shown to improve circulation in muscles, joints, and also soothing general aches and pains in the body too. So that's why we've put those two ingredients alongside the hyaluronic acid. And then we need to have a look at recovery. So looking at some of our topical products and breaking these down into how we would suggest our clients to use them. First of all, we're going to have a look at our heat lotion. So once again, we've taken our wonderful stabilized aloe gel with all its unique properties for soothing tired and aching joints and muscles. And then we've added some special warming agents that's going to go right down to the core of the problem. And they don't just sit on the surface of the skin like other heating products would do that you get on the market. It's perfect for use on chronic sore aching muscles, as well as warming up muscles before exercise and relaxing muscles after exercise. It's a fantastic product that sports therapists can use as well for doing deep tissue massage. Then we've got our MSM gel. Now, MSM is another sulfur, and it is known for its natural anti-inflammatory effects as well. This is ideal for painful, stiff joints, strains, sprains, and other sports injuries, and it soothes the effects of soft tissue. And then finally, we've got our aloe vera jelly, once again, our stabilized aloe. And this is like just taking, it's just the aloe straight from the leaf in its most natural form. It's effective for all things like knocks and bruising and burns and abrasions, as well as a general sports injuries. It's suitable for use on acute or new injuries too, in conjunction with lots of rest, ice compression, and also raising your legs, if it's to the legs or whatever particular area of your body. Obviously, remember as well, it can relieve in itching, swelling, any kind of pain and topical inflammation. So that's a little bit about the products. I'd now like to talk about business, a bit of potential of the business. And recently I have been working with Notts County, a football club, and I know that we also have our products with the Sheffield Sharks, which is basketball. But before approaching anybody at a professional level, it's nice to know that we have behind us our products that have been tested to show that they are safe for professional athletes to use. And we use HFL Sports Science. And they're an internationally recognized company, and they provide high-quality testing for athlete healthcare and nutritional supplements, supported by UK Sport, and have also worked alongside WADA, which is the World Anti-Doping Agency. So the products that we have are Gel Freedom, RG, pollen, and also the drinks with the aminotine. The most important thing is, if you want those products that have been tested and batch tested, it's not just the ones that you would regularly order online. You need to contact head office to get that, but they have to be for professional athletes that need to have them at that particular level. So, how did my journey with County start? Because I think it's really important that I don't want everybody thinking, all right, I've just got to go running around and contact all the professional clubs in my area. It's exactly the same as any part of your business. I had a contact who was a director at Notts County, and one particular evening I was talking to him, and he said to me to go to talk to the nutritionist at Notts County. You see, one of the challenges you have with most professional clubs is that they would rather have money than the product. So please be aware that lots of professional organisations, they want to have monetary sponsorship, and that's not what we're into at all. So this was exactly the same thing, is that I had this particular person was on my warm list, spoke to him, and he gave me a contact. So at the particular time, and this is Matt Lawson, who's the nutritionist at Notts County. And this is a quote that he gave me. But I think at the time when I spoke to Matt, I rang him up and I said, have you heard of L-arginine? And he said, I have heard of L-arginine. I said, are your players using L-arginine? And he said, no, they're not using L-arginine, but I'm looking for something that maybe they could use that can help. So I went to see him. We spoke about the products, and he said he'd like to give it a go. Now, one of the challenges is as well with a lot of footballers, especially working with a club, is that they're not the best at taking things. So Matt decided that he would have to have the Freedom and also the RG, and he would give it to the players, okay, so they remembered. What has been fascinating, as you can see from writing this particular up on here for you to read, is that, that he has seen a huge difference in the performance of the players, and very interesting as well to understand that they will not now play unless they have the RG and the Freedom. It's part of their routine and regime. For anybody in the sports arena that knows about wearing lucky pants, it's not quite wearing lucky pants, but they will not have they will not go back on the pitch unless they've had the RG in their water. So it's just part of Notts County now. What's also happened is that he has written quite a few articles. They have magazines, match magazines, and there's one of the articles that he's written about RG. He's also written about the Forever Freedom as well, and it continued to support and work very closely with Forever, because the guys are actually loving the products, which is really, really important when we're talking to professionals. But once again, what I like to point out, it's about speaking to people that you know and not just cold calling. That is not what our business is all about. So, talking about business again and building my team, this is another area here. This is a personal trainer that I've recently been working with, and this is Ali West. And once again, It's exactly the same thing, is that I spoke to him a while ago, a few years ago. He wasn't in the right frame of mind to look at anything but. What happened is that he started to look at an area of how he could develop his business. He wanted to provide nutritional supplements to support his clients. Quite interesting, he goes to quite a lot of networking events, and he was approached by lots of other companies. And what he really liked about Forever is that it enabled him to still build his own business in the way that he wanted to do, and not to have loads of deadlines and have to do certain things. But very importantly as well, products that delivered, and also, got a result because he had to think about his reputation as a personal trainer. What's also started to happen is that he went down the product route, but then he could start to see the business side, as he's saying on here, about how he could talk to other personal trainers. And the great thing about personal trainers, they have what I call trusted databases. And you building up rapport with your clients, it's not just on a health level, that you're also talking about what's going on in their life in general and how business is or how work is. So he's actually got people looking at the business and joining the business because they believe and trust in Ali, and that is leading him to building a team away from his personal training. But obviously on top of that, he's also talking to other people in other service areas, industries, such as hairdressers, etc. So I hope that gives you a bit of a feel to what's happening in the sports arena now. There's huge, huge potential. And we have some tools that we can help with your business. First of all, we have the Fit for Life magazine. I'm sure some of you already come across this. Absolutely fantastic. Loads of information in there. And then we also have the little card that maybe some of you got in your magazines. Now, what you can see on that particular card, you have that little QR at the bottom, actually little videos that you can show people. The most important thing is that first of all, you need to purchase these yourself. You can have them personalized through the website you can see at the bottom. And then you can give those out as a business building tool. To have a look at that little video, DVD, there's one on the front and one on the back. You have to download an app from your smartphone, okay? And once you've downloaded that, you literally put your smartphone over that particular little square, and it will download the video from YouTube. So there's two on there. So I hope you found that of use. Lots and lots of information to get through. As I pointed out, do come to the trainers the advisory board do to get all the knowledge that you need to support your business. I will be around in the lunch hour if you've got any questions. Thank you for listening. Have a fantastic day.